Just few days ago, Unity introduced a new pricing and packaging updates in their new blog post, and this has actually caused a stir in the gaming industry. And here in this video, I'm actually going to be showing and analyzing how this actually affects you as an indie dev or a big studio. Hi guys, my name is Fabulous. I'm a data analyst and also a game lover. So in this video, I'm be analyzing this particular new update and giving you a breakdown step by step of how actually this thing actually affects you and breaking down the blog post for you. So first things first, you know that Unity has two substantial software component that it runs in. That's the Unity editor and the runtime and the Unity runtime. So the Unity runtime is the code that executes on players' devices and makes made in Unity games work at scale. Its scalability increases, and also the editor is where you actually build the product, which is the game. So this blog was one of the things that make this new news to actually have a stay in the industry is because it has two things that makes it. So first of all is to qualify for the threshold, you should have make the game have passed a minimum of revenue of 12 months and the game has passed a minimum lifetime install count. So this alone is actually quite ambiguous because there are two things that you have to meet, the two criteria. You should have passed this threshold for 12 months and also made some certain amount of money for 12 months. Now, what is that amount of money? Now, for the Unity Plus, those that are using Unity Plus, that's Unity Personal, although Unity Plus is going away now. So for those that are using Unity Plus, you have to have made 200 USD or more in 12 months and have at least 200 lifetime game installs. So if you have not made 200k and you have already made the 200,000 lifetime installs, this is not actually going to apply for you. So you have to first of all meet the two requirements. So as an indie dev that maybe you have your game and you feel like, okay, making about 100k after I must have launched my game even before paying for the Unity Enterprise or Unity Plus, it's actually okay for me. I think this is actually good. But if you're a big studio, I think this news is actually very awful for you because it's actually going to have a negative impact in the long run if after doing the analysis and all, because it's actually going to make you pay for the things that you've not gotten the revenue for. So let's go down and you should get more. So with this new pricing as of January, this is actually going to take effect from January of 2024, that's next year. And also to adjust for scale, Unity Pro and Unity Enterprise subscribers will be eligible for volume discount that rapidly reduce the per install, per cost, and the Unity runtime fee. So for the enterprise subscribers, this is they have other benefits that actually being attached to them. So now let's go to the chart and actually analyze this. Now this column goes for the Unity Personal and Unity Plus. This is for Unity Pro and Unity is for Unity Enterprise. So this is the revenue threshold and the lifetime install threshold as well. So if you've made if you're using Unity Personal and Unity Plus, like I say, Unity Plus is also already going away. Let's stick with Unity Personal. If you're using Unity Personal and you've made 200k and you've reached the 200 lifetime install, then per install rate of whatever your game's install might be, this is what you're going to be paying per install rate, regardless of the new installs in a month. So even if you have up to 500, in this case, if you have up to 500 installs, you'll pay 20 cents for each of those installs. So if you do the maths, you can see that this is actually way big. And like I said, even if you made $200,000 and you've not reached this requirement, this is not going to affect you you must have made this money and also reach this lifetime. You must have made 200k dollars and also reach this 200,000 lifetime. Then for the Unity Pro, if you're using Unity Pro and you already have this and you already met this threshold, then you can see that you will pay this amount. As you can see in this particular table, you can see that the more new installs you have in a month, the lesser the money that you pay. So now if you have up to 100,000 installs, you'll be paying 15 cents. If you have 0 points, if you have from 100,000 to 500,000 installs, you should be paying something way even lesser. So you can see it goes as it goes. As you can see here, if you're making new installs, if your new installs per month is from 1 million and above, this applies to you, which is 0.0 cents. And coming to the enterprise, you can see for the enterprise, this is their requirement. You must have made 1 million USD, and also you must have reached 1 million lifetime installs. So these installs, it only starts counting immediately you've reached the installs cumulatively, like the gross installs cumulatively. So this for Unity Enterprise, and you must have made 1 million USD. So like I said here, the more the installs per month, the lesser the amount you have to pay per installs. 1 million installs is 0.01, and if you have 1 to 100,000 installs, you should be paying $0.125. So for the good news is that those that in the emerging market, countries like India and all other countries that this applies, they'll be paying way much more lesser, 0.02 per installs if they have met this 2,000 to 200 million threshold, and also 0.01 per installs if they have met this threshold for Unity Pro, and also for the Unity Enterprise 0.05 per installs. So what does this tell you as an indie dev and also a big game studio? From the analysis, you can see that okay, here if you are using the if you have already met this threshold and also you have met this threshold, then I think subscribing for the Unity Enterprise is actually going to be much more favorable for you than just sticking with the Unity Pro, because because you can see that for the Unity Enterprise, you can see that now for the more installs you have lesser amount, and also for the less installs you have bigger amount. This is the more installs, lesser amount. So if you are using Unity Pro, if you already made this threshold, 1 million threshold, and also gotten 1 million installs, I think you should just leave Unity Pro and get the Unity Enterprise. This is actually going to be much more beneficial for you. The whole idea of all these things by Unity is actually they are actually shifting the pricing, making people to go for the Unity Enterprise the more than the Unity Pro. That's how I see it, because if you've met this 1 million threshold and you've met the install threshold as well, why not get the Unity Enterprise so that you can pay lesser amount per installs? So you see how the analogy goes here. So but if you're an indie dev and you feel like making less than $100,000 after you must have reached these installs, or if you must have reached these installs but you've not made up to $200,000 and you made say somewhere around $100,000 to $150,000, and it's not small for you as a developer, then I think you should still stick with the personal, because if you go for the enterprise, that's causing a whole lot of cost for you. So let's take a look at the new pricing package for the Unity Pro and the Unity Enterprise. So around this time last year, 2022, they actually made a new pricing package for their plans, for their Unity plans. For the Unity Pro and Prepaid, the price changed from 18,000 per year to 2,040 per year. Same goes with the Unity paid for the monthly and also the enterprise. So you can see that the enterprise here you are paying 3,000 per year, and for the industrial you're paying 2,950 per year. So either ways, with these prices, and also with the new news of this the runtime fee, either ways, Unity is actually making even their money back from their installs money back from the pricing package, for the price of the pricing package. So if you can have the Unity Enterprise here, and you'll be paying a lower fee of 0.01 for bigger installs. But on the other hand, remember that you'll be paying 3,000 per year. So if you do the maths, you can see that this is actually spreading across other installs. It's actually going to come back as something higher, but it's not going to be that higher. So all I'm trying to say is, if you have made the Unity Pro threshold, and you've made the you've met every requirement for this, now just go for Unity Enterprise. It's going to be way more cheaper, like you've seen in this chart here. You can see 100,000 you are paying more, and if you have a billion installs you are paying less. So for the low income countries, this is actually the pricing, 0.05 per installs. So that's for the emerging markets. So fee reductions for use of utility. So all these ones are something that comes with the packages and so many other things. So I'll be dropping this blog post in the description, and also make sure you go through it very well, keeping in mind this analogy that I've actually just gave you right now. So there's some questions about, what about having double count? How are they going to account for, so in a case when someone installs your app and also reinstalls it and then install it again, is that going to count as being a new install? But Unity say that they have a technology that is actually going to track that, and there has been some other argument about, okay, what about if I have a pirated app or a pirated game elsewhere, and people are downloading the pirated version, not the original version? Was the plan there? So Unity said they also have a plan. So the thing is, we should just keep our fingers crossed and see how this goes by January 2024. And I know that this news is actually going to cause a whole lot of stir in the industry. People will be moving to other products, competitors like Unreal Engine, Godot, and so many others services to produce their games. So, but as a big studio, if you have the capacity and the capability to actually build your own engine, I think that's way better than, having someone to wake up one day and control how your studio actually works. So yeah, this new pricing update is actually going to bring a whole lot of hot in the industry, and also I feel it's going to bring a whole lot of development in the industry as well, because people will be diversifying, trying to get new things to do, to new products, to actually new engine to actually help them build their game, and also moving to the other games. So let me know what you think about this in the comment sections. Is this going to affect you as an indie dev? Is your studio panicking about the whole thing, or moving to the new engine, or building their own engine? I would like to know about this in the comment sections. And also in the next video, we actually be discussing how this actually going to make a shift to the Unreal. Definitely people are currently using Unreal, but I think this is actually going to make a bigger shift into the Unreal Studio. So we could actually dissect that as well. So make sure you like, share this video, and also subscribe, and let me know about what you think about the whole thing in the comment section, as an indie dev and also as a big studio. Thank you so much, and bye.